In this video, I'm going to go through the 10 best weapons to use in Battlefield 1. The weapons aren't necessarily the best in terms of statistics, but instead focus on being fun to use and offer something more than just the meta. I'll also give them a personal rating out of 10, not purely on their ability to dominate the enemy, but also on other factors such as how fun they are to use. Starting off, we have the AUTOLOADING 8. Or Remington Model 8. Now this gun is renowned as being the first successful semi-automatic rifle and is available for the medic class in Battlefield 1. There are 3 variants available to choose from: the .35 factory, the .35 marksman and the .25 extended. The factory and marksman both have a 5-round clip, while the extended has a 15+1 setup. Even though this is the case, my favourite is almost certainly the marksman. The gun has a mega high fire rate, but because of the 5-round clip, you are forced to reload often. Because of this, you need to be careful with your shots, but at the same time, it does encourage you to be more accurate, and this will definitely show in your gameplay over time. My favourite gun in the medic class, and arguably my favourite in the entire game, the AUTOLOADING 8.35 marksman, gets a solid 9 out of 10. The Standschütze HELLRIEGEL 1915 is one of the most interesting guns on Battlefield 1, both in terms of its history and the way it feels to play. The gun is an Austrian heavy SMG equipped with a high capacity drum magazine and water cooled barrel, and unfortunately no complete examples are known to currently exist. Even so, the job the developers did with this gun is frankly superb, and for me it is incredibly fun to use. You have to be assault level 10 in order to purchase the weapon, but at this point most will already be there. There are 2 additions to choose from as well, the factory and the defensive, with 60 and 120 rounds respectively. It's up to you what you take, but for me the factory has a defensive beaten. Hip firing, back rages, mag dumps on groups of enemies. This gun is a load of fun and gets an 8 out of 10. The LEBEL Model 1886. The LEBEL was a mainstay in the French military up until the Second World War and was introduced in the Battlefield 1 They Shall Not Pass expansion for the Scout class. The sound this gun makes is mega satisfying, and for me it is such a blast to play with. The 8-round magazine can be a bit of a pain to reload with the single bullet system, but even so, using the rifle for pure aesthetics alone makes it worth it. I give the LEBEL a 7 out of 10, purely because it isn't the best sniper, but it makes up for that with how it feels to use it. The RIBEY ROLLEY 1918 was a weapon designed for the French forces during the First World War and was introduced in the They Shall Not Pass DLC. The RIBEY and HELLRIEGEL Defensive are the only 2 assault weapons that have a bipod, with extra range and stability the outcome. Now I don't think it's the best gun in the class, and to be honest I don't really use it all that much, with other weapons in the assault class being my staples. However, it's a nice change of pace, and I do like the fact that I have more guns to play with when I log in to play the game. Sometimes I just want to try new weapons, and the RIBEY ROLLEY was definitely that when the DLC dropped earlier this year. Rating 6 out of 10. Now this next one will probably get quite a bit of hate. The AUTOMATICO trench is quite possibly the most cancerous weapon ever to grace a Battlefield game, but with that being said, as long as you're not on the receiving end of one, it can be a load of fun to use. Again, you have to be in the assault class to use it, so remember you're not going to have any meds, which is going to make it very difficult to keep going in the line of fire. However, the incredibly high fire rate will melt enemies at first sight. At range, this gun is completely useless, and you'd be better off running for cover than fighting. At close range, however, you're set. The gun has a very fast reload time, a decent sized magazine, and of course, the ability to take down any enemy player within seconds of you spotting them. I unfortunately have to give the AUTOMATICO a low rating of 5 out of 10. Purely due to the fact that everyone hates it and is not balanced on the PC version of the game at all. That being said, it is a laugh to use and you can definitely rack up some serious kills. When it comes to secondaries, I'm not usually that bothered about what I pick. In Battlefield 4, I go for the G18 purely because it got me out of a tight situation many times, but other than that I really didn't care. In Battlefield 1 I'm kinda the same, however the auto revolver is one I've been having a load of fun with lately. It's for the medic class and deals mega damage at close range with a 2-shot body kill. I enjoy this weapon a lot, and in a similar fashion to the AUTOLOADING 8, its 6 rounds forces me to be slightly more accurate in engagements. I give this gun a 7 out of 10. Any snipers out there will know that the Martini Henry is not the most effective for getting high amounts of kills and being in the strongest position possible for engagements. What they will know, however, is that the weapon is a load of fun, with both the noise and the one-shot body shot capability being a major factor. The gun fires a large caliber .577 cartridge that deals fatal blows at mid-range while giving a solid 70 damage at longer range. The weapon's fire rate is slow, and if you are running the infantry version, it is far more suited to closer range engagements. Either way, the gun is a lot of fun to use and should definitely be one you try out. Rating 8 out of 10. I like sniping in Battlefield 1, and for me there are only a couple of snipers that really get the job done in most situations. The M95 is one of those, with a high fire rate and a built-in straight pull allowing you to go aggressive on enemy players. The gun unfortunately doesn't have a sweet spot, so hitting headshots is vital, and with a 5-round magazine you might be relying on your secondary for a few engagements. Even so, this gun is a load of fun to use, and it's a nice change of pace from the SMLE that we see everybody using on Battlefield 1. For that, it gets an 8 out of 10. The SELBSTLADER M1916 Marksman is a medic gun renowned for its high accuracy. The weapon hits with a punch in a similar way to the autoloading 8.35 variants, delivering 40 damage to enemies within close to medium range. Whether you use the optical or marksman is up to you, but if you are a fan of the autoloading 8, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one too. For that reason, it gets a solid 7 out of 10. Now for a support gun, the BAR 1918 Storm. This weapon is a beast and is a favourite amongst players that are regular users of the support class. With its smaller magazine compared to other LMGs, the BAR is not suited to complete bipod spray and praise like the Lewis gun suppressive, but can still get the job done if needed. I prefer the Storm variant because it offers reduced recoil for better control over mid to long range firefights, and if I wanted a gun for close range, I picked the Assault class. A quick reload time also makes this weapon great for several engagements at a time, making it my favourite support gun in Battlefield 1. Add the Doughboy skin for extra style. Rating 8 out of 10. Following on from this list, I'll be doing the 10 worst weapons in Battlefield 1. What would you include in that list? Leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.